to by searching 1450 WCTC. And now, back to Jersey's Morning Show. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
7:37. Welcome back inside the Forge Jeweler Studios on this Friday morning here on the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. I am Bert Barron. Contest is on the way. One digital download left for me to give away of Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, starring Tom Cruise. And we'll give you the chance to win that coming up in just a little bit. In the coming weeks here on WCTC, you're going to have an opportunity to win some tickets to a show that is going to be debuting later this month at the beautiful Bickford Theatre at the Morris Museum. The show looks like a lot of fun. It is called Ravenscroft, and a great plot to this as well. And joining me now on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline, let's meet the leading actor of the show. He was from Montclair. His name is Clark Carmichael, and he's with us here on WCTC. Hey, Clark, it's Bert Barron. How are you this morning?
Morning, Bert. I'm doing well.
Awesome. Good, great for you. A guy, Jersey from Montclair, and you're on stage in Jersey, man. Congratulations to you. That's as good as it gets. But talk about Ravenscroft. What can people expect with this show when it opens in Morristown?
Well, it's a murder mystery that kind of unwinds into a comedy, and it's a lot of fun. It's sort of Agatha Christie meets Lend Me a Tenor, I guess. I play Inspector Ruffing, and it's me and five ladies, and eventually everybody is a suspect at some point, and I have to sort through whodunit, as it were, and as we go along, it gets crazier and zanier. It's a ton of fun.
This is great. So this is like a little Agatha Christie and if Monty Python got together. This is the kind of show it would be, right?
Exactly.
Awesome. Sounds like fun. Talk about how you got this gig and what's going on there with the rest of the cast.
Yeah, I've worked out at the Bickford before. About 10 years ago, I did another British play, also a mystery, although not a comedy. That was kind of a dark thing called Dead Certain. And I just kept in touch with Eric. Eric Kafin is the director out there. He's got a really a great company. And he called me up. I'm an actor in the area, and he said, "Hey, I think you might be right to come in and read for this." And I read it and thought it sounded like a blast. The main challenge for me, though, is, as the inspector, I come in and I have to ask everybody the same questions in, slightly different ways. So I got to keep it all straight in my head and remember who I asked what, when, and why. But it's really a lot of fun, and
awesome.
It's great.
Awesome. Sounds like a lot of fun. You must have the accent and the mannerisms down that well for him to call you back and offer you this role, I would guess.
Yeah, I've done a lot of accent work. Carmichael, I'm Irish by trade, by birth, I guess.
Right.
But I do a lot of accent plays, and I can always sort of drop into it if you like. Some sort of it's an inspector part, so I can't be too off the top, and I start drinking later, and then I sort of get into a more of a drunken sort of thing, and that's another sort of added bonus of getting to be an actor, playing the drunken Brit. So
that
I'm
is spectacular.
trying to channel Peter O'Toole.
That's why I love actors, man. You just like throwing a switch, and it's like you go from you to this make believe person. It's so cool. An actor's got to be just the best job in the world. I thought I had a good gig, but man, I'm telling you, working actors have got it right. Right, Clark?
Well, working, I think, is the key there.
Exactly, right.
It tends to be
right.
feast or famine. So I can go for a couple months and not have anything, and then suddenly everybody calls you and wants you at the same time. But it's great. It's great when you're doing it, and it can be tough when you're looking for the next job.
Yeah, that's it. Clark Carmichael's our guest this morning on Jersey Central. You could look for him in the show Ravenscroft. It opens at the Morris Museum's Bickford Theatre Friday, January 27th, and will run through Sunday, February 12th. MorrisMuseum.org if you want some more information. But this is a lot of fun and lots of laughs through this show, Clark. And this is one of these things that seems like it keeps you kind of hanging on right to the very end as well.
Absolutely. You're always trying to figure out who it is, and then as the plot unravels, I think there's going to be a ton of laughs.
Paint the picture, if you would, of the Bickford Theatre, because I know it's this great intimate setting, and it's just big enough that you feel like it's it's professional theater and what you're doing, but there's this very unique, intimate feel that the Bickford has. How do you describe it when people ask you what the venue's like?
It's a beautiful space. It's at the Morris Museum up in Morristown, and it's a proscenium stage. I would say it's about, I'm not sure exactly what the capacity, I would guess around 300, so it's very intimate. I can hear you and I can see you when you're out there. I think sometimes people they think they're at a television show sometimes, but you'll definitely be able to hear us and see us, and hopefully I won't sweat on you, but they're close. It's pretty up close and personal.
That is intimate then. Yeah, we gotta watch out for that then. But morrismuseum.org for tickets and information, and rehearsals. How many times for a show like this, Clark? You still rehearsing on a daily basis leading up to this?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's usually, it depends on the contract. It's usually 6 days a week. As I say, it depends on the contract, but it's 6 days a week. And this contract, I think, the span of day is usually 5 or 6 hours. Some contracts it can go, 8 or 10. It depends on how big a show. Like musicals, it's a cast of thousands, and it takes a little longer to put it together. But this is usually 3 weeks, 6 days a week, up until we open, which is the 26th on Thursday.
Yeah, preview a performance on the 26th, and then runs through Sunday the 12th at the Morris Museum. Again, get tickets, morrismuseum.org. Social media, Clark, people can follow you, Twitter, Facebook. You have all that stuff?
I'm not on Twitter. I'm kind of an old thing, but I am on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, and I will have posted on there, but I'm not with the Twitter thing. I'm afraid.
Yeah, you're afraid. Okay.
My kids, but not me.
There you go. Good stuff. Clark Carmichael, great to talk to you this morning. Congratulations on the gig, and this looks like a lot of fun. This is going to be a big, successful show in Morristown. I want to thank you for the time this morning, and have a great weekend, and we'll catch up in Morristown, all right?
Thanks for having me, Bert.
Anytime, my man. Thank you. You bet. All right, Clark Carmichael, my guest on the Jersey